Welcome to The Hidden Self. My name is Chris, and this is the first video in our series, A Journey into Our Soul. So what does this series offer? Well, essentially, we are going to explore the possibilities of whether or not our soul exists. And we're going to explore that if that does exist, how is that possible? Did our soul exist before it came into our physical body? Can we change our soul once it's actually in this body of ours? And indeed, what happens to it after our body passes? We're going to look at three foundations. We're going to look at energy and the different types of energy that exists around our planet, and indeed how that energy force permeates throughout the whole universe. We're going to look at how spirit is created from the different energy patterns that we're going to explore, and indeed how those two affect a physical biological cell, i.e. how those two things knitted together stimulate life as we know it. We're going to start looking at actually the concept of existence. I mean, what does existence mean? Can something exist beyond a physical life form? Beyond that, we're going to actually then go up the stack and get a little bit more real about how all this affects us in our day-to-day life. We're going to start looking at the types of beliefs we have, because really beliefs are just different types of thought patterns that contain different types of energy. We're going to look at the phenomena of placebo and nocebo. And the reason why this is important is because it really asks a question about who is in control. And why are some thoughts more beneficial to our physiological health than others? We're going to start exploring the relationship we have with the outside world and how that can affect us in our internal world. If I look at shamans or witch doctors or anything that we give authority to or we place power to, what does that look like? What does that relinquishing of control do to our internal life? Then we're going to actually start getting a little bit more into the psychological, more of the traditional psychological world around how feelings affect our emotions and how our emotions affect the health of our body. And indeed, how our emotions affect the quality of our life. And essentially, this is what this series is about. It is about us providing you more information and concepts that you can take into your life so you can live a more rewarding and fulfilling one.